Welcome back to The Lead. We are back with our panel for more on our politics lead. Let's get to the Democratic debates, but I do want to come back to Katrina Pearson, Trump supporter, just on that issue that we went to just before the break, Katrina, and that is Donald Trump no longer, at least in these events today, going after Ted Cruz to the degree we certainly saw, really virtually up until today. Is that an intentional strategic change?
Well, I don't think you've seen Senator Cruz go after him today, and that's the most likely reason. Donald Trump will go after Senator Ted Cruz whenever he's gone after him, and the reason why you've seen him continue to go after him over the last couple of days is because the senator has been going after Mr. Trump in the media, whether it's in the papers or even online, and so that's what we've been seeing.
Okay, Jamal, moving to the Democrats, if I can. In that debate, we certainly saw Hillary Clinton treating Sanders clearly as a real rival here. You and I were talking before. You were talking about the not the likelihood, but the real probability of Sanders as the nominee. Have you sensed a fundamental shift?
I think something is happening that the Clinton campaign is detecting. We're seeing some of it in the polls, these polls that are tightening up. I think it may actually show up even worse somewhere because the way she reacted to him yesterday shows that she takes him seriously as a threat. The very fact they had Chelsea Clinton delivering negatives on Bernie Sanders. We spent 20 years telling people not to go after Chelsea Clinton, and they let Chelsea go out in the fray. Something is going on inside that campaign that I think we don't know, and that tells me Sanders may be doing better than people
Something going on, meaning they're seeing something worrisome in the polls.
Correct.
Regarding her support and his support. Sounds like you're agreeing with that.
Yeah, I mean, Bernie's called it panic attacks, and it looks like panic attacks. You know, I thought she was really aggressive, and I've been bemoaning Senator Sanders' lack of willingness to really go after her decisively. And that doesn't mean getting negative like her. It just means pointing out her total lack of integrity on this campaign, deploying all of these surrogates to call him racist, sexist, to try and paint him as a gun nut who's going to end Medicare. I mean, all of this stuff I thought is ripe opportunity for Sanders to say, have you no sense of decency, madam? And he just won't do it.
Here's the thing. I think Hillary Clinton does very well, her campaign does very well fighting it out day by day. But then there's an overarching message narrative that doesn't seem to work. We saw this in 2007, 2008. They were great day to day beating up Barack Obama, but he just made a fundamental case about his candidacy. The question is whether or not Bernie Sanders has the political skills to be able to capitalize on this dynamic.
Right. Katrina Pearson,
Hillary
please
is
go ahead.
definitely in trouble. Yeah, Hillary is definitely in trouble. But at the top of this show, you heard her say that Martin Luther King Jr. died before he could realize his dream. But what we've seen is black Democrats constantly voting for Democrats since the 60s, and we have to look at what's happening today. There's a reason why many African Americans today are coming over to Team Trump. He has a message of prosperity. He wants to fix the public education system, push it down to the local level, which is it will resolve poverty. We're talking about leveling the playing field so that people can compete in the economy. And that's one of the things, like we saw with Donald Trump today. He's not the son of a preacher, but he still goes out there and he still campaigns with his message and his vision for America.
Jamal, do you buy that African Americans are going to vote for Donald Trump in numbers?
I think that's a pipe dream. I think what's more likely to happen is that Bernie Sanders, who's now sitting around 20% with African Americans, might be able to inch that number up to 35, 40%. If that happens, that's a very tough number for Secretary Clinton. So she's got to keep him down in the 20s with African Americans so she can win in that SEC primary and all those southern states afterwards.
Quick final thought, Essie. I saw you agree.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, I think, part of the reason she talked the way she did in South Carolina to a primarily black audience. She knows South Carolina is the state she has to win. Maybe she gets away without winning Iowa and New Hampshire, but if she gets to South Carolina and Sanders gets it, I think that's over.
And then we see Joe Biden.
Bloomberg, right?
As we said earlier, the unpredictable campaign. Essie, Jamal, and Katrina, thanks to you as well for joining us as well.